In these sections, we will discuss about the Doppler effect. Next, we discuss about the Doppler effect. So far in all our discussions, we have only considered stationary sources of sound and stationary listener or observer. However, if either the source or observer is moving, then things will be different. So this is the case of Doppler effect. So it is an apparent change in frequency of a wave when the observer and the source of the wave move related to each other. So when the object is in motion, when it is moving towards the other, the frequency will be increased because the time between successive sound waves will be shortened. Therefore, the pitch will be higher. So when the object is moves away from other, the frequency will decrease because the time between successive sound waves is lengthened. Therefore, the pitch will be lowered. So these are the two cases. In this case, when this source is approaching the observer, in that case the frequency will be increased. Whereas for this observer, the source is moving away from him. For him, the frequency will be lower. So in our everyday life, this is the pitch of a siren on an ambulance or a fire engine, which is a popular example. When the siren is coming towards you or towards the observer, the pitch will be higher. When the siren is going away from the observer, the pitch will be lower. This is a manifestation of the Doppler effect. So in order to get the expression for the frequency when the source or observer is moving related to each other. For that, consider a source which is moving at a constant velocity Vs towards the stationary observer. So in this case, the source is moving towards the observer with a constant velocity Vs. Now the wavelength which is observed by the observer, which will be decreased by a factor delta x. Now for a one complete period, for a one complete time period, we can get this delta x value, which is equal to the velocity into time period. Delta x is velocity into time period, Vs into Tx. So for a complete time period, the observed wavelength lambda O is equal to the source wavelength lambda x minus delta x, which is a factor by which it reduced when the source is moving towards the observer, and for a complete time period, this delta x is Vs into Tx. Now using the fact that the wavelength is equal to speed times period. Speed is equal to nu lambda, that is frequency into wavelength. Frequency is 1 by t, 1 by time period. So that we can derive these observed frequencies from these expressions. Lambda O is equal to lambda s minus delta x. Now we substitute lambda 0 is v into to, the velocity into to, that is the observed time period, which is equal to vts minus vs into ts. Now v by f0, so this is the v divided by f0, t0 is 1 by f0, so v by f0, that is the observed frequency, is equal to v by fs minus vs by fs, which is equal to v minus vs by fs. So from this, fo is equal to fs into v by v minus vx, where v is the velocity of sound. From this expression, we can see that the observed frequency will be always higher than fs, that is the source frequency. Next, we consider the conditions where the source moves away from the observer. So that time, the wavelength observed by the observer will be increased by a factor delta x. So previously it was decreased by a factor. In this case, it will be increased by a factor delta x because this is moving away from the observer. So for a complete time period, one time period, delta x should be equal to Vs into Tx, where Vs is the source frequency and Ts is the time period. Now the observed wavelength lambda 0, which is equal to lambda x plus delta x. So in this case it is increased. Now we can express lambda 0 in terms of velocity of sound and time period, observed time period To, that is V into To, which is equal to V into Ts plus Vs into Ts for a one complete time period. From this is V by f0 or this is V by FO, which is the observed frequency, which is equal to V by Fs plus Vs by Fs, which is equal to V plus Vs by Fs, or Fo, which is equal to Fs into V by V plus Vs. From this expression, we can see that the observed frequency should be always lower than the source frequency. So Fo is always less than Fs. That is, as the source moves away from the observed frequency is always lower than the source frequency.